Well, happy Thursday to everybody. This is TJ Hemsfield, and I am with my co-host.
Kimmy Kimet.
Yeah, Miss Kimmy Komet. Miss Kimmy Komet. Well, you know what? It is a great time to be an American. I think it is. I,
I don't know about that, TJ. We might have to talk about that one.
we might have to talk about it. All right. Listen, welcome to Seasoned and Spicy. We're so glad to have you with us tonight, every Thursday night
Hmm?
at 8 p.m. And of course, we always want you to make sure that you share our program with your friends, your followers, and your family and everybody. We just want to talk about some important topics. We got some good stuff for you tonight. And again, I'm just glad that you could join us, and I trust that you will enjoy our little program. Well, listen, of course, we always start off with the most famous person in America right now,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately. All right, we're talking about Mr. Donald J. Trump. Mr. Donald J. Trump. You know, Trump became enamored in 2017 after seeing the country of France, after seeing one of their parades, where France showed its military might.
Hmm.
Now, listen, when's the last time you've been to a good parade?
Oh, a parade, probably middle school.
Middle school, middle
Oh, it's
school.
been a long time.
Well, I'll tell you what, you need to just get ready because get your ticket, go to Washington June 14th,
Uh-oh.
because that's Trump's birthday. And to celebrate his birthday, which by the way is also a flag day, but to celebrate his birthday, Trump is throwing a big parade, a big military parade.
Wow. What another way to boost and stroke that ego.
I know that's right. Trump's his former Secretary of Defense, Jim Mattis, he once said that he would rather swallow acid than to watch the parade that Trump wants. That's pretty heavy, don't you think?
I mean, I think we are a little bit oversaturated with
I, I
Trump
mean,
as it
think
is.
about what Mattis is really saying. Mattis is saying I'd rather kill
Right.
myself.
I would rather kill myself than see anything else dealing with Trump, especially a whole military parade.
A
I mean, like,
military.
how much is that going to cost?
Um, I think the estimate is $45 million.
45.
Million. No, wait. Keep in mind, this is the age of Doge. This is the Doge age. The Department of Government. What is it? I can't even think of the last acronym for it. Anyway, they're cutting. This is the department that cuts expenses and
Hmm.
supposed to, weed out all of the things that we don't need, all the fraudulent activity, and just get rid of wasteful spending.
So he ran his whole campaign on 103-year-olds getting Medicare and
Oh,
getting Social
jeez.
Security, and
Yeah.
we need to cut back because we're
Yeah.
wasting money, and you're going to spend $45 million on a parade
40,
to celebrate
45.
your funky birthday.
Wow, did you have to come down so hard on
I'm so sorry. No,
it?
not really,
You
guys.
can tell she's not a trumper, okay?
I am not. I am not.
But then listen, the parade is going to include airplanes, launchers, tanks that weigh over 60 tons, and of course, 9,000 soldiers. Will be made. And by the way, these soldiers are going to, while they're in there for the parade and while they're getting the stuff together, they are going to be sleeping on cots, and also being rationed
The
with food. Yeah, the
soldiers.
soldiers.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, think about this for a minute. This is the craziest thing I have ever heard of. A parade, a military. I think he just wants to be like Kim Jong Un and some of the other dictators out there, because you really see, for the most part, you see dictators doing
Hmm.
these kinds of parades. And I've been around a long time, and I've never seen a military. The only tanks that I saw was the tanks that were coming down the street, in 1967 or so, during the race riots.
Mm.
My boy and I stand out. I'll never forget my one of my best friends. I don't mind saying his name because that's such a good brother. But we were sitting on the porch eating a half a gallon ice cream. Okay.
Oh my
Right,
God.
right. A couple of teenagers, and and we see these huge tanks coming down the street. Now think about this. These are tanks. Now the tanks that they're going to do in Washington, they're larger, they're heavier.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to tear up the streets. And guess what? It's going to cost $16 million just to repair the streets.
On top of the 45 million that they're already going to spend on the parade.
Wasteful spending.
Wow.
I wonder what Mr. Elon Musk thinks about the parade, because I already know what he thinks about Trump right now. They are on the outs.
I was gonna say, I mean, he took a step back from politics, so I wouldn't be surprised if. But then again, Trump put a whole lot of money in his pocket, so he might not have nothing to say.
Well, I can tell you this. When it comes down to Trump's great, big, beautiful bill, the Democrats call it the big, ugly bill. Mr. Musk is on record saying that it is an abomination and that the Republicans who voted for it should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, enlighten me, because I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
Did you guys know that? Because I didn't.
Well, I'm telling you, it's really crazy. And right now, of course, Trump and Elon Musk are going tit for tat. And Musk says one thing and Trump comes back and says something else. It's that little crazy junior high school game that they're playing with each other. But people are upset. Musk is upset. He's mad. There were some provisions in the new bill that would give Musk some pretty good breaks as it pertains to his electric vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So some are trying to say that is the reason why Musk is bowing out and saying the kinds of things that he's saying, because they actually stripped away 5 or 6 different things that he had in that bill. But anyway, Trump's great big bill, I'm not even call it ugly or beautiful, but here's the worst part about it. This is the worst part.
Mm-hmm.
It strips away Medicaid for millions of Americans.
Wow.
Now, this is very serious. You're
absolutely
talking, especially rural America, that is. And so when we look at this, you got a bill that is supposed to help the country. It's going to put us give us another $2.5 trillion in debt to add to the debt that we already have.
Mm-hmm. And
over 10 years, the entire deficit, we're talking maybe another $20 trillion. And this is what Mr. Trump ran on. I don't think we heard that during the campaign.
Not at all.
I don't think we heard anything about raising the deficit, increasing the deficit, that is. I don't think we heard that. So it sounds like a big lie to me. That's what it sounds like.
Absolutely. I mean, and then people are already struggling to go and see doctors and, get just the regular services that they need. So cutting Medicaid is going to be a huge detriment to the people, especially, kids who get Medicaid, parents who are struggling, those type of things. Like, it's so unfortunate, but you want to waste $45 million just to toot your own horn, boost your ego, those type of things. It's really ridiculous, and it's a joke at this point.
Absolutely a joke. We're going to talk about that Medicaid a little bit later in the show, because there is a senator that I want you to hear what she had to say, but we'll do that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Trump has a new travel ban out.
That was the first thing that I saw this morning.
Okay.
I don't know. Tell me how you feel about it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're almost speechless.
I am a little speechless.
I've never seen you at a loss for words.
Me either.
And this travel ban does that to you.
A little bit.
Oh, you know what? I like your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you. They're called Bantu knots.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's called what?
Bantu knots.
Bantu knots.
Yes.
So Trump's got the travel ban and you're banning the knots. Is that what you're trying to say?
I like it.
Oh, you like it?
I like it.
I mean,
he is. I'm banning the knots.
You're banding the knots.
It's Bantu, so like the tribe.
The tribe.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I got you. See.
Yes.
That's why we call ourselves seasoned
and spicy.
Because that's that generation gap between us. But it's pretty cool. I like it.
Thank you.
You know what? We were talking about the travel ban. We'll get back to that for a moment. Mm-hmm. But let me ask you a question. what do you think about all these hairstyles? Now, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not against anything. I'm not trying to put anybody under the bus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about all these hairstyles that men are wearing now? That the hair goes up in a bun, they tie it up, and then sprinkle it, whatever. Now wait, hold up. First, let me just say this. Let me say this. I know because somebody's gonna say, "Well, you can't talk, TJ, because you don't have any hair." That is correct. But listen, let me tell you something. Michael Jordan set us all free when it comes to that.
Hey, he did. He represented for the ball.
But seriously, I want to know what do you think about that? Because so many of these hairstyles, they just look like hairstyles that females wore for many years. Is it what's happening?
Well, I like the self-expression, me personally.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I mean,
self-expression.
If you grow your hair out, I think that's more so what we've been taught by society. Long hair is a female thing, but I don't think necessarily it is that.
So self-expression. Are you trying to say that there's kind of a little bit of, female in every man, or is this just that we're recognizing what females have brought to the table and we're trying to enjoy what they brought to the table?
I think it's a little bit of both.
What you do?
I mean, because there's yin and yang. You have your masculine and your feminine energy. There's masculine energy in females and there's feminine energy in males. But I don't think that hair is confined to that type of thing. Now, when we get to talking about the wigs,
okay,
now that might be something we might want to question.
Okay.
I question the wigs.
But listen, some people need wigs. Some people
they don't.
Wait. Well, how can you say they don't? Look, I don't need a wig.
Right, that's why they don't need them.
Okay, but some people do need a wig because hair is synonymous for the most part with women. Don't you think?
Well, the wigs are fine for women. I don't want a man that's wearing a wig. I don't want to wake up and I look over and your wig is on my wig thing. Like, I don't know. Are we trading wigs today? I don't.
Oh, so wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know.
I've known women to have wig closets and men are having them now. I don't know if I like it.
You don't have to worry about this brother wearing a wig. I like my hair just as it is.
Hey, I like it too.
Well, listen, band two. That's what you call it.
Yes.
Band two. Band two. Is it two because it's the tribe, right?
Like band two.
It's the tribe. It's the tribe. All right. Let's get back to the travel.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to the travel ban.
So, what do you think about that travel ban that Trump has in place?
I question, like, what is the reasoning behind it? Why are we banning? And then what I noticed is that they are all countries of color, and that's probably the biggest thing for me.
Yeah,
that's the first thing that I noticed. The Congo, Somalia, like these are places of people of color. Mm-hmm. So what is the significance behind it? You ran your whole campaign about keeping people, from Mexico out of America, but now they can't even travel here. What is it?
But here's the thing that I notice. It's if I'm not mistaken, the majority of the travel ban are African countries.
That's what I noticed. Yeah, that was the part that kind of shook me a little bit.
Yeah. It's Trump just does so many things that cause people to for the most part think ill of him. Mm-hmm. Because it just seems so obvious, so blatant. With some of the things that he brings forward, I just think it's dangerous for the country. I think it's dangerous for people, and I think it's not society moving forward. Mm-hmm. It's rather us moving backward. Okay, so in any event, he's got a lot of stuff going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see a great parade, get your ticket to see Trump's birthday parade. Military parade, and it's going to be in Washington, D.C. They're going to tap the streets for you. Of course, they'll rebuild them. Gretchen Whitmer, to quote her, she would say, "Fix the streets." Okay, I won't even say.
All
right, we're coming up on a break here before we go to this story about Mexico. When we come back, we're going to talk about Mexico just for a moment. And we will be right back with more Seasoned and Spicy. Hey, guys, listen, this is TJ Hemphill again. I'm over here in Oak Park, okay, on Coolidge at Luxury Home Furniture. I told you before, this is one of the best kept secrets in Metro Detroit. The furniture here is gorgeous. You cannot be disappointed here. Check out all of this beautiful furniture. Look at it. You're talking about styles. You're talking about color. You're talking about prices. Everything is just right. And listen, if you like leather, check this out. This leather is so beautiful, soft, comfortable, okay? And the price is right. Get over here. Listen, by the way, follow me. Come on, follow me. Everybody is approved, okay? The credit is great. People are friendly. You can't miss out. I love coming in this store. Oh, and check this out right here. One of my favorites, okay? Luxury home furniture. The place is gorgeous. The furniture is right. The price is right. And listen, if you tell them TJ sent you, you not only get the great discount, but you get a free 5x8 rug, okay? That's just a gift from Luxury Home. Get over here now. 20830 Coolidge Highway, right off 8 Mile. Tell them TJ sent you. Peace. All right. We're back with more of Seasoned and Spicy. Now, listen, if you want that gift from Luxury Home Furniture, if you buy a living room set, if you buy a dining room set or anything like that, a bedroom set, you will get, first of all, a discount just by mentioning my name. And then secondly, you're going to get a free 5x8 rug compliments of management. Now, Luxurious Homes, these guys they have stores. I said luxurious, but it's actually luxury. Luxury Home Furniture, they have stores in Oak Park, Redford, Madison Heights, Dearborn, and Detroit. So check them out. I mean, and just let them know that I sent you. I'm telling you, it's one of the best kept secrets in the city. I love their furniture. I have been a customer of Luxury Home Furniture for several years now, and I'm still enjoying the furniture that I bought 5, 6, 7 years ago. So get over there. They're on Coolidge in Oak Park, and you can get them at other stores as well. All right, our phone number, if you want to call in and you've got something you want to talk about and you want to comment on our program, the phone number is 313-859-8858. That's 313-859-8858. Okay. We welcome your comments. We welcome your perspective on the various things that we are talking about. All right, let's move on to Mexico. Okay. You know, Mexico, Miss Kimmy, Mexico has already done their political elections. They had about 13 million people to come out and vote. And these were the judicial elections and whatever. I don't know. I worry about the people in office over there because of the cartels and whatever else. And so now Mexico is ordering these, they're spending thousands of dollars on armored vehicles. Armored vehicles. I don't know. It's been quite a while since I've been to Mexico, and I've been to a couple of cities in Mexico. Of course, when you travel to Mexico from the United States, generally most people wind up on the resort, so they never really see the grit and grime of the Mexican cities. But listen, I took a ride when I was there once when I was in Cancun. I had rented a car and I just drove through the city. I wanted to see the areas that people actually lived in, because I was befriended by a young man who worked for the hotel, and so I dropped him off one day, and I was astounded. I was absolutely floored. Because this guy had on beautiful white, perfect white uniform, but when he got to his house, the house had about 2 feet of water in it, and children walking around, and there were no windows in the house. I mean, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. And I'm just saying that there are a lot of people in Mexico, they're native Mexicans, I should say, that are really going through some difficult times. And now you're talking about violent crimes in Mexico up 150% from last year.
Wow. I'm not gonna so I've been to Cancun, and I was on the resort part, but I did go a little bit into the city. We took the bus and we went around to like the area where the malls and things were at. And I was honestly scared because they don't play over there. Like, they had police and military people with machine guns outside of the stores. Like, at any point in time, if you pop off, we're popping off. Yeah. And I was really scared because I've never even seen security like that just for stores. So I can only imagine what it's like outside of those type of areas. Wow. You know, I honestly, I was really, really scared. I'm not even going to lie, because I'm in a whole nother country, and it's like, it almost felt like one false move, yeah, I'm gonna take you down. Like, I was scared.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. You gotta be careful when you're traveling to countries, of course. Mm-hmm. And, but I think it's, we're sort of caught in a quandary, because you have to really be careful when you're going to these countries. And at the same time, you've got people who live in these countries that are seeking refuge in the United States. Mm-hmm. And of course, Republicans and Trump and others, they'll say that Biden let in, tens of thousands of immigrants, illegally. And I'm not so sure about all that, because so much of this stuff is just sort of concocted. But mm-hmm. but if you think about it, if you had a family and you lived in Mexico, and you knew that you could take your family up north and find some safety and some security, and your family was being threatened, your son, your daughter being threatened, I mean, wouldn't you make a move?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it has been till as old as time that people migrate. They move to different places when they don't feel like they're in a place of where they have safety, protection, those type of things. Like, this is not the first time in history that we've seen, like, this is how migration happened. Sure, 100%. So this is, in my opinion, is happening again. People are migrating because they're not in a place where they feel safety. And the United States is supposed to be a place of freedom and democracy, and a place where we love everyone, but that's not always the case over here.
Yeah. It's sad. The United States has sort of taken the low road, and mm-hmm. and things are just not quite as optimistic as they used to be. I mean, I think it's just a situation where, I was listening to one of the commentators on one of the television programs, and he was talking about the fact that Elon Musk is sort of touting this new third party, because when you think about it, the two current parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, they can't agree on anything. I mean, they just can't agree on it. I mean, and it's hurting our communities. It's mm-hmm. hurting the country. And this divisive, some people will say divisive, whichever one, divisive, whatever you want to call mm-hmm. it. But in any event, all of this sort of divisiveness or divisiveness, I'm still saying it, is hurting America. It's hurting America. And I think,
absolutely.
And so a third party, as far as I'm concerned, it seems fairly plausible. I don't know about you. What do you think about that?
I mean, we have a third party. We do, but the thing is, because they have not been highly regarded like the Democratic and Republican, most people do not look into them. Like, when is the last time anyone has looked at the people that's ran for the Green Party?
That's true. Or independents.
Right. So, that's my question. I always ask, people who are so big on, like, did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote? And I always ask, do you know anything about the other parties? Or do you only know about the people that they're pushing in the media?
Yeah.
Because, maybe their policies or maybe the things that they might want to put in place are actually what we need, but we don't give them the time of day because we've only really gave attention to the Democratic and the Republican Party.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, independents and Green Party, they just don't get enough attention from mm-hmm. the main media sources, and that's mm-hmm. why podcasts like ours are so important. My son Paul always says, Dad, you got to listen to these podcasts. You got to listen to these podcasts, because there are millions and millions of people who are listening to these podcasts, mm-hmm. and their votes do matter. And as a matter of fact, many people feel that much of the election was swinging toward Trump because of these podcasts. Mm-hmm. Of course, many people might be regretting it right about now. But in any event, it's important to hear what other people have to say. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party, they've been at war for quite some time now.
Absolutely.
And it just isn't working anymore.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Yeah. So there is, when I think about this, to wrap up this segment concerning Mexico, one of the recent political elections, 37 candidates were assassinated.
Wow.
37, 800 attacks on campaign staff and officials. So it's not easy. It's not an easy thing for people to run for office in the country of Mexico. But we certainly hope and pray for the best because they are our southern neighbors. And we do a lot of trade with Mexico. There is a story that I want to just bring to your attention. Senator Joni Ernst, this lady from Iowa, wow, the stuff that she's been saying lately, the things that she had a town hall meeting. And in her town hall meeting, people were furious. The meeting basically centered around the Medicaid cuts.
Okay.
And the fact that so many people are going to feel the pinch when it comes to not having insurance. People don't have the money that they should have. Now you want to take away insurance and whatever else. It's not a good thing. Joni Ernst, again, as a senator, she has a or is having or had, I should say, a town hall meeting. And in that town hall meeting, I want you to know that one of the ladies stood up. She stood up. She was in the rear of the meeting, and she stood up and she told Joni Ernst, she says, listen, a lot of people are going to die as a result of not having Medicaid. I want you to take a listen now to Joni Ernst's remark concerning that statement. Take a listen.
And he's been very clear about it. He's been good about it. In 4 months, he's made it in. When we're talking about the corrections in this reconciliation bill, again, it's corrections of overpayments and people that have not been eligible for these programs by law as it is currently written. So when you are arguing about illegals that are receiving Medicaid benefits, 1.4 million, 1.4, they are not eligible. So they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die. So for heaven's sakes, folks. Okay, no, but well,
let's pause it right there. Let's pause it right there. She says, the lady said, people are going to die as a result of these cuts. Senator Ernst said, we're all going to die. Let's see if we can get our pictures back in the mainstream. But she says, we're all going to die. What, to me, what a distasteful, cold-hearted thing to say to a person who has serious concerns. I just thought this was so cold.
You know, the older I get, the more I realize how what word do I want to use to be politically correct? We're so dehumanized at this point. Yeah. I think that we do not. I mean, I honestly feel like that's a fact. Like, I feel like people do not see others as like we're humans, we're people. We don't have that empathy for one another anymore. For you to sit there and say we're gonna die, that's obviously a given, you know. But death is not supposed to be looked at as if, you know, oh, it's going to happen to everybody, so just be prepared for it. We prepare every day because we wake up not knowing if we're going to be here tomorrow. But if we have the means to take care of ourselves, to live a longevity of life, why not have that? Sure. I mean, they expect us to make $18,000 a year in order to qualify for Medicaid. So it's like your argument, okay, by law, some people may not qualify, but maybe we need to relook at these laws because people that's making 20,000 are not qualified for Medicaid because it's supposed to be 18,000, but they still cannot afford to even live.
And what is government for except to take care of its people, its citizens?
Exactly.
To provide pathways for people to succeed. to be healthy. It just makes no sense. And here's the thing that catches my attention.
Mm-hmm.
The Republican Party and Joni Ernst, they say 1.4 million people are on Medicaid illegally. Okay, so if you know that 1.4 million people are illegally on Medicaid, then why don't you go after those 1.4 rather than making certain cuts? Why do you have to make cuts? Just go after the folk that you claim to know,
absolutely,
are on there illegally. I think it's to me, it's a story that is just ridiculous.
mm-hmm.
I want to hear the rest of what Miss Ernst had to say. Listen to what the other thing, because this was really crazy. She got very, very, I would say snarly. Snarly might be the word. And she says some things. Check it out. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Hopefully we can get it here.
What I want to do is listen to me when I say that we are going to focus on those that are most vulnerable. Those that meet the eligibility requirements for Medicaid, we will protect. Both sides have contributed to this.
Yeah. Now, there was another spot that we had, but I don't know if we can find it. But she went on to talk and say she hopes she doesn't have to talk about the tooth fairy. The tooth fairy. I said, oh my God. Okay, that's Miss Joni Ernst, just a person who I'm not even sure how she got to be senator. I'm not even sure how she got to be senator. Do we have it now? Do we have it? Can we pull that up? Okay. I don't think that's it right there. All right. Well, let's we're going to move on, and let's pause for a moment here. We'll just take another break. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the Patricia Krenwinkel story. These are stories that people need to hear and know about because they're happening in real time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back with more from Seasoned and Spicy. When you mention my name, this twin size mattress that normally sells for $149, you can get it for $99. How about this beautiful bedroom set with a fireplace and with a remote control TV that disappears with the touch of a finger? And did I mention that the TV is free? Hey, this is a law tag. A law tag shows you where the mattress was made and the date. And that's important. Why? Because Luxury Home Furniture does not sell refurbished mattresses. No used mattresses here. It's all brand new. I'll bet you didn't know that Luxury Home Furniture is the #1 seller of Serta mattresses. Serta, made right here in Michigan. Listen, you got a 3-month comfort warranty and a 10-year manufacturer's warranty. And guess what? Luxury Home pays for that. They pay your taxes as well. You can't beat that product. You can't beat that price. All right, so get over there to Luxury Home Furniture. I'm so proud of these guys because they helped to sponsor our program, and we are very grateful for that. Luxury Home Furniture, they got what you need. They got unique stuff, and it's good stuff. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of their furniture, they use a company called Jackson Furniture. And Jackson Furniture is, by the way, an American manufacturer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So get over to Luxury Home Furniture. You will not be disappointed. Call them up tomorrow. Just give them a call. Just drop by. Okay, just go in. Tell them TJ sent you, All right, so we got to support those who are supporting us. That's important. All right, Patricia Krenwinkel. Anybody ever heard of her? Patricia Krenwinkel. This is a woman who was convicted on 7 counts of murder back in 1969, and she was sent to death. Royal courts ruled the sentence unconstitutional in 1972. She had a reduction in her sentencing to life with parole, which is really sort of kind of crazy to me. I mean, with parole, there's a woman who murdered 7 people.
How you go from death penalty to offering parole?
I'm not sure how that happened.
I'm not sure how that happened.
Only in people in California, because they don't have no folks in Detroit.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, to kill 7 people and then you get offered the the chance to have parole, which means you get to walk free while 7 other people had to lose their life, including an unborn baby.
Wow. And by the way, that was an unborn baby by Miss Sharon Tate, I think it was.
Yes, the famous actress. She was Roman Polanski's wife. They had a baby on the way. And if we didn't mention, she was the lady that we're talking about, Patricia Krenwinkel. She was a part of the Manson murders. So if anyone is familiar with Charles Manson and the cult that he had, she was a part of that cult, and they set that up for them to go and murder countless people as an act of, I don't know what they want to call it, but yeah, they murdered 7 people. They wrote their names and derogatory things in their blood on their walls and things of that nature. It's terrible. And also they killed the heiress to the Folgers coffee, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
Is correct.
I thought so.
Stabbed her 28 times.
28 times. And this is somebody that we believe deserves to have parole.
Yeah, and she also, I don't know if she bragged or was just saying it, but she also talked about how she stabbed her so many times that her hands were throbbing with pain from stabbing this woman. Just crazy
stuff,
Yeah. It's sad, and on a little bit of a lighter note, however, I want you to know that there is an event that's coming up.
Oh.
Do you bicycle ride at all?
No,
that's exactly. No, it's a no. It's a no, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a no.
She's trying to get her thoughts together and concoct something.
I was trying to come up with something
spicy. She's trying to tell
I don't know. Spicy.
Yeah, she couldn't even get the lie out. It was crazy. No, you don't bicycle.
No, I don't bicycle at all. No.
All right. Well, there are a lot of people that do, and my man Ed Gaines and his wife Stephanie, they have an event called Pedal to Provide. And this is an event that's going to take place on June 28th. Okay. And listen, you have got to go to their website, Pedal to Provide, because the most important part of this particular event is that Ed and Stephanie are raising money to help feed poor people.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome.
They have given away thousands and thousands of dollars every year.
That is amazing.
Yes. And God is blessing them. Their event is getting larger and larger each year. Lieutenant Governor of Michigan, what's his name? Oh my God! Listen, you guys, you know what? Where's my Geritol? I need to. I got to get his name together.
Maybe you got some brain fog going on.
Listen, I'm hoping that Ed would call in just for a moment here. Again, 313-859-8858. He'll give us more information about his event, Pedal to Provide. Because and I enjoy this because we need more events like this to help people, because there are a lot of people out there, and a lot of people are a little bit somewhat tentative about giving money to people, whether they be on the corners begging for money or whatever. And I don't blame them, because crime is so crazy. But this is a legitimate way in which you can help the poor. You can help people who need to be fed, need to be clothed. Pedal to Provide. And again, like I said, they raise thousands and thousands of dollars, and it all goes to charity. And Ed and Stephanie are doing a tremendous job. So again,
I think we have Ed on the line right now.
You think he's there? Let's see. Ed, are you there?
Hey.
What's going on, my brother?
How you guys doing?
Man.
Hey, Kimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah. Ed, tell us about Pedal to Provide. I was trying to think of the lieutenant governor's last name, and as soon as you
Garland Gilchrist.
Man, listen, I knew it started with a G. I just knew it. I just couldn't get it out. Okay, Gilchrist.
Yes.
All right. So tell us about the event.
The event is going to take place, as you said, June 28th, out at Hines Park. We're asking people to go to the website, www.pedal, PEDALTO, provide, PROVIDE.org, and register. That way I can ensure you can get a t-shirt. Listen, I'm gonna feed you good, but I'm gonna feed you healthy.
Hey, are you gonna
have a one?
Hey Ed,
Huh?
are you gonna have some of your famous turkey burgers out there?
We're gonna have turkey burgers there, but they're not gonna be my famous turkey burgers.
Hey, Ed, that's
Listen. Ed is gonna be out there trying to do this 12-mile ride that's staring me in the face.
12 miles.
Listen, 12 miles. It's a 1 mile out, or 3 mile out, or a 6 mile out. Now, and the same in return.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, there are a lot of people who are not going to ride a bike. Will they feel sort of left out if they're not riding a bike? I mean,
no. This is not just a bike event. It's a run, walk, ride, rollerblade, pogo stick it.
Okay.
Whatever you whatever you want to do.
Hold up. Now you're talking spicy. Now, okay. Now you're in Spicy's wheelhouse. Now she got a pogo stick, I think, in her garage. You know, and
listen, it's non-competitive, and each one of those stops, I'm gonna hydrate you. You know, you're gonna be evaluated to see if you can go on. And, you can have good stuff to help you keep going.
So you have various stops where people can get something to drink, something to eat, maybe something to eat.
At the 1 mile, the 3 mile, and the 6 mile.
What are you gonna have to eat at those stops? I'm curious.
You said what? Oh, they eat like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the energy.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookies, fruit, water.
Man.
All that's going to be at each one of those stops.
Man, you guys got it going on. Okay, peanut butter.
I'm coming for the food.
She's all right. Spicy's coming for the food. Okay.
Listen. We're asking each participant that comes, look, solicit your friends, your coworkers, your loved ones, and help support this cause. We're supporting the NOAA project that's down there by Tiger Stadium. Listen, my wife and I went down there, and there is a need. There are hungry people out here. Yeah. Everybody can't go to the refrigerator and take out food. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a great need for people to be helped, and I know God is helping me do this. And it's the right thing to do. So
that's beautiful.
Go to the website and take a look at it, and you'll see all kind of past events that we had.
Yeah.
TJ, we've given over $40,000 in the last 3 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And that is so, oh my God, that is amazing. And it is so beautiful. What can I say? Listen.
And we have a grand prize. We're giving away a $900 Trek bike this year.
Okay, wait a minute.
On the raffle.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Stop. Okay. You gave away a beautiful bike last year. And this lady next to me, she said, I believe God's going to give me that bike. And so her faith was tested, but her faith was rewarded. I said, oh my God, I need to get her prayer. Oh my God. I golf with my buddy. His name is Troy. I won't tell you his last name, but this guy, he and his wife, two beautiful people. I mean, they are just such supportive people of community activities. And his wife said, she said, God's going to bless me with this bike. And I said, not if I can help it. Well, I guess the Lord heard me and said, I'm going to show you, TJ.
She said the right prayer.
She won that bike. Yeah. So that's beautiful.
Listen, TJ, if your bike is in a little bit of needing repair,
sounds like mine.
Trek of Royal Oak will be out there to repair your bike. They'll work on your bike for free.
So I can bring my broke down bike and they'll work
as long as you haven't had it outside for the last 3 years, and you bring in something that can't be fixed. But minor repairs, they'll work on it and they'll get it going for you.
Brother, let me tell you something. You ain't got to worry about my bike being outside for the last 3 years. It's been inside for the last 3 years. So anyway, it's a great event, ladies and gentlemen. Pedal to Provide. Is there a phone number that people can call if they want more information, Ed?
Stand by on that, TJ.
Okay, we'll stand by. When you get that to us, we'll pass it on to our viewers and listeners, But meanwhile, you can go to the website. Give us that website one more time.
It's www.pedal, PEDALTO, provide, PROVIDE.org.
All right. That's Mr. Ed Gaines.
Thanks a lot for having me, TJ.
Absolutely. We'll have you again soon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. So make sure that you support this event. It's a great event, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. Let's turn to something else. We're talking about NBA championship.
Oh yeah,
Indiana versus OKC. Okay, now what do we know about OKC? There's a guy by the name of SGA. That this one over here.
My Shay Shay.
Oh, God, here we go. Here we go.
My Shay Shay.
It almost sounded like you was getting ready to say my Sharia more, but it's okay. My Shay Shay. Okay, her Shay Shay. All right, you can have him. You can have him.
He's a really good player.
Okay.
I really like his humility. I was super proud of him winning MVP this year. He stays out the way. He stays out the drama, and he just goes. He does his job. He does a good job at it, and so I'm rooting for him. I want to see somebody new. I'm tired of seeing the same people in the playoffs. I'm tired of seeing the same people in the championships.
Yeah.
I want to see some new, fresh faces.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Yeah, and that I think is the most important thing here. The fact that we've got some fresh faces, and here's what I do like about your Shay Shay. Okay. He's a guy who is not braggadocious. He doesn't get in your face after he makes a fantastic play. The guy can flat out ball. I have not seen a basketball player like SGA since the early days or the late days, I should say, of Big O, Oscar Robertson. And he plays a lot like Oscar. Oscar got it done, and SGA just gets it done. Who are you picking? Who are you picking? No,
I gotta go. Okay,
you're going with that. You're going OKC?
Yeah, I'm going all the way.
I'm gonna go in Indiana, even though I don't like Indiana. I mean, I like.
Tomato.
Oh my gosh! You know, there's only one reason why I don't like Indiana. Only one reason, and that's their superstar, Mr. Halliburton, because he's the exact opposite of SGA. He gets in your face. He shows all 32s or 28s or 16s, whatever he's got, and he just brags and he gave New York the choke sign when he was playing New York, and I just thought that was distasteful. And we just don't need all that in sport. Maybe we do. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
You know, I don't mind a little trash talk. You know. Because to me, you up the competition. Now you really gonna put in that work.
But you know who I feel sorry for?
Who?
Because after they lost to the Indiana Pacers, the Knicks fired their coach. He's gone. I mean, like
not Nick over there cracking up.
Yeah.
You're trash.
They fired Thibodeau.
He said, "Blame the coach."
They fired Thibodeau. You know what? I used to work at Commonwealth Community Development Academy, where Miss Angela Moore is the principal, and she, of course, my name is Henfield. You know, everybody knows that, right? She called me Thibodeau, and I used to wonder why. Mrs. Moore, I hope you're listening. Why did you call me Thibodeau? Because I was never a Tom Thibodeau fan. I thought the name sounded a little, I mean, think about Thibodeau. You get your tongue all messed up trying to say it. Thibodeau.
I'm not even going to try.
Go ahead, try it. No. Thibodeau. Say it. Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Okay. She said Thibodeau.
I don't know nothing about it. That's not my lane.
Anyway, he's gone. I thought personally he was a good coach. I mean, he brought the Knicks back. So, but in this modern day and age of sports, man, if you don't win, you don't get in that championship, you risk losing your job.
It's definitely a "what have you done for me lately" type of game.
What have you done for me lately? Oh my God!
It's definitely that.
And by the way, there are a couple of other coaches that got fired after they lost to Indiana. I won't mention their names, but you can look it up. Some people get fired. So the lesson here, the moral of the story: do not play Indiana if you want to keep your job. Okay, that's what I'm saying. All right. On to one more item or a couple more items as we start to wind down here. Guess what's coming up on June 8th? Any idea?
I think I got a clue.
I'll tell you what's coming up on June 8th.
The Tony Awards.
The Tony Awards. Yeah. the
so
Tony.
so TJ,
Yeah.
for the people that are not educated on the Tony Awards, because they're not talked about as much as the Oscars and the Grammys.
Right.
What is the Tony Awards?
The Tony Awards are awards that were established many, many years ago. And these are awards that are given out to people who are in the theatrical world.
Oh, so
Plays.
you mean playwrights like TJ Hemphill
Playwrights,
and thespians like Kimmy Kimmett?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we like that.
Yes. I got to get mine and you got to get yours.
Oh, yeah. Listen, don't worry. You heard it here first. Coming up, Tony Award winner TJ Hemphill, Tony Award winner Kimmy Kimmett.
Yes.
Watch out for it now.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Hey, the show is being hosted by the fabulous Arrivo. What's her first name?
Cynthia Arrivo.
Cynthia Arrivo. This young lady, listen, all I can say is I take my hat off to Cynthia Arrivo. She is so independent. Mm-hmm. She doesn't care what people think about what she wears or how she's just flat out independent.
She's just so unapologetically herself.
Yeah.
And we love that.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't wait for anybody to confirm her or affirm her. Mm-hmm. She is a person of intelligence, very perspicacious, Obviously, she is not parsimonious based on what she wears. I mean, she's just got it going on. Cynthia Arrivo, so that's all coming up here Sunday on the Tony Awards. So you check it out.
And the interesting part about that, or should I say the fun fact or good thing about it is the Hamilton cast are reuniting for their 10th anniversary at the Tony Awards.
Oh, listen, that's worth turning that TV on just to
absolutely.
See that. Listen, boys and girls. If you have not seen Hamilton, if you have not seen that play, you are missing one of the truly remarkable, great plays in the history of theater. And they're going to be doing a reunion of some pieces, I guess, from Hamilton.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing because they were just about to go on strike and had the whole thing with Trump. And now they're performing at the Tony Awards for the 10th anniversary. So I think that's a beautiful thing.
Wow, that is a beautiful thing. I'm looking forward to that because now here's one thing that I think is a little bit sad, however. We don't get enough Black people really looking at the Tony Awards or being a part of it. We got to do something about that because we have a lot of Black talent.
Absolutely.
A lot of Black talent.
Absolutely.
My daughter, she was in New York just a few days. In fact, this past weekend, she got a chance to take a picture with Denzel, who, by the way, is starring in the theatrical production Othello.
Denzel Washington?
Denzel Washington.
She got to meet Denzel?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Denzel Washington.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, you putting SGA down. Huh? Oh. Shay, goodbye, Shay. See you later, Shay.
He is not a legend, Denzel, That is amazing. I can only imagine.
Shay, you see how women are? They just put you down in a
listen, he that's a married man. I want no parts, okay?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you cleaned that up, Miss Kimmett. I'm glad you cleaned that up. No, he's a fantastic actor.
He is.
Ever since I saw him in the movie, oh my God, what is the Civil War movie that he played in? Oh, gee, you know what? I play too much golf. I think that's the problem. The sun has really sort of gotten to me. But the movie was called Glory. Yeah, Glory. And ever since I saw this man in the movie Glory back in his young days, I've been totally fascinated over his ability to make you really feel the character, because that's what theater is all about.
Absolutely. And he said he never wanted to do movies.
Wow.
Because the theater is the actor's lane. Yeah. Movies is more so the directors and the producers' lane. But the theater, that's the actor's lane. When you get to those curtains open and you see the audience and you're not yourself anymore, you get to become that person and you see those raw emotions, that raw energy, and you get the energy from the crowd and they feel everything. Yeah. Like, just imagine those reactions in real time, people crying, laughing. Yes. Oh, it's getting me excited and I'm not even doing a play right now.
That is so true. My daughter said to me, she said, Dad, she said, Denzel is a beast on stage. And Denzel, that was, he's always said that's his first love, theater. And I can understand why, because there's something about theater. The difference is that with movies, look, movies are great. Don't get me wrong. Everybody loves a good movie. But when you are there in the theater and you see the actors up front, and you feel the emotion coming from, man, you become a part of it. You get immersed in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's such a, I remember when I was in college, and I had a friend of mine, a young lady who was part of Wayne State's theater program. And she invited me to come see a play that she was in. It was called Pal Joey. And so when I got there, you know, she met me at the back door, the backstage entrance, that is. And I walked in and I saw all these people just running all over the place with colorful costumes. And I saw the stage manager, all right, places, 5 minutes to places. And everything was just filled with excitement. And I said, oh my God, I can't wait till I get to my seat. And I had a great seat. And the play was playing at the old Bonsdale Theater down on Woodward Avenue. And when I sat down and the curtains opened, oh my God, the music came on, and it was the most thrilling thing I'd ever felt. It was so rewarding. And to see those actors act and sing and dance and the cues and just do everything perfectly. You know, I got the theater bug, and I've been doing theater ever since. So you've never seen one of my plays, shame on you. Okay?
You found your calling,
I just thought
TJ.
I'd put that plug in.
Yeah, you found your calling, as you should.
And you have been a fantastic actress yourself.
Thank you. You know, I never thought I would get into acting. I've been seeing plays since I was a little girl.
What's your advice? What's your advice to people who want to be an actor?
My advice would be strip yourself. And that sounds, listen, hear me out. Hear me out.
Hold it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your kids out of the room. Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
What I enjoy most about theater is it doesn't matter what I'm going through in this life or the next, you know. Me being Kimmy Kimmett, when I step on that stage, I get to strip myself of who I am and become whoever I want to be. So if I want to be a crackhead, I can be that. If I want to be a millionaire, I can be that. I can be whatever I want to be. I can take on that person, and everything that's in my life, I don't have to be that anymore.
So again, going back to my question, for a person who may have aspirations of being an actress or an actor, what would you advise them?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Absolutely.
Just do it.
I mean,
go through the auditions.
I mean, that was what it was for me. I never wanted to do it. Someone told me to do it, and I was like, girl, no. And then I went and I fell in love.
You fell in love.
And it's been something I've wanted to do ever since. Yeah. And it's like, I found out I was actually good at something I had no idea I had a talent for.
Wow.
So I would say if you have a inkling to want to do it, just do it.
You know, I'm like you. I fell in love with theater as well. You know, I fell in love with golf too. It's just that I don't play it very well. You know? But I do it all. Golf. Oh my gosh.
That is okay. Hey, we're good at some things, we're great at some things, and we're okay at some things. As long as you keep trying and keep going, and what I'd say, just do it.
Let's do it.
That's what Nike said.
Do it. Well, listen, we are coming to the end of our show. I've had such a wonderful time with you, Miss Kimmy.
I had a great time today, you know, and let me just say thank you guys for joining again on our live. I know we said we're going to record it, and don't worry, it's coming, but we are working and perfecting it for you, so that way you guys will enjoy it in real time. You're going to love it. And so we're perfecting it for you. So until then, you're going to see us live on Thursdays, and then once we get recorded, baby, it's gonna be on and popping.
All right, and don't forget to share the program with your friends and other followers, you know, and tell them that Kimmy Kimmett, TJ Hemphill are here to bring you entertainment every Thursday at 8 p.m. Be blessed, and we'll see you next time
on Season is Spicy.
Bye-bye, Shay Shay.